How can technology help you with your cleaning chores at home? There are many ways. Our next guest is the head of public relations for Germany for Dyson, and his name is Andreas Finkle. Is that right?
Great, David.
How are you?
Great being with you. Yeah, pretty well. Great. It's just the kickoff of IFA in Berlin, and looks like the world meeting here. So.
Yes, and the world is meeting here, I think. And of course, you're showing some cool products that suck.
Yeah, and we're coming pretty much from a kind of non-very sex appeal area of life, a daily life, must more or less, something you have to do.
Yeah.
But we want to bring in fun, and pretty much to say serious fun with like really tech-based, pretty much inside tech-run technology, which helps you cleaning your house whenever season is. Our entire aim is just, our inventor is kind of our really inventive figure, James Dyson, a British guy, is really started off with thinking that it is like there is frustration of like technology, things around us in daily life not working, not really being in great function.
Yeah, we like to call it tech rage.
Yeah,
there's a lot of tech rage.
Things should really work properly.
Yes.
Maybe that's our kind of mission. And so what's happening, IFA in Berlin, is like we're coming from vacuum cleaning, knowing the business in terms of that our machines are bagless, so you don't have to they are getting more convenient, but the bagless is really, the bag is substituted by a patent technology.
And of course, it all really started because James Dyson, Sir James Dyson, right?
Exactly.
Basically said, what's the whole point of bags? They seem to be taking some of the suction power away from these devices.
Exactly.
So he basically said, get rid of bags. There's no reason.
Exactly. And he's really like, I mean, on the one side, he brought up a new idea, but he just changed a principle or adapted a principle to these machines, which is just physically to understand gravity is there. You just need the right power to get. I give you a little bit of sound to this.
And we can keep it up. We could, Christine will get in tight on. Apparently, you've been cleaning up some rice in the area.
Exactly. We're open, so you see how convenient it is. Even just sorry for being on your desk, your tactile.
Look at the pullback.
Yeah, we're prepared.
Just made all over my laptop.
So it will be an easy one. It's like.
And of course, the Dyson units are cleaning up the mess that he just made. But unbelievable.
Exactly.
And now, first of all, for those who are listening, of course, on their favorite radio station and not seeing what we're talking about, when you have a chance, come by the website. All of the interviews from IFA in Berlin are also being videotaped. And you can see what Andreas just did to my desk here in the broadcast booth. What a mess.
But I'm committed within minutes.
Within minutes, he's cleaning it up.
The great thing is these machines are the maximum power you got, a digital motor, meaning you don't, within this motor, within this engine, maybe it's in here a little bit too better, it is like you don't have really anymore. It's touch-free, the entire engine parts in there. So they have the opportunity within seconds to be totally to the maximum power. And what is nice about it, the battery along with this is taking you or lasting for you about 10 minutes. So Dave, I wouldn't worry really that we can clean this even with less time here.
Yeah, because I noticed you didn't bring the power cord. So if you don't clean it quickly, then we might be in trouble. You'll be running back to your booth.
But we will have another one. It's like whenever you have, like maybe thinking of houses, 2-floor areas, we have a new compact one. It's not about having gimmicks also. It's about the technology was first. The technology is still the core thing. We are optimizing, keeping on, is really this patent cyclone technology. The alternative to the bags, and once we are more and more committed and convinced this is exactly something more convenient, much more better working, properly working, and therefore we are now, for example, minimizing this in terms of saying a compact one makes life also easier.
Oh, wait a minute, show me this again.
Exactly.
First of all, for our radio audience, here's a device that the whole thing is about as big as a piece of paper. I mean, size-wise, and the the bagless container, the bin, just easily pops off and, of course, is easily dumped out. When you're talking about power on these Dyson things, what kind of power are we talking about? I mean, you were, the revolutions, the suction power, the ability to pick up whatever it is, whatever mess you made, whether it be on my desk here or on the floor or otherwise.
Exactly.
There's a lot of power
It's a lot of the tech community thing. It's like air watts, what we're talking in vacuum cleaner. air watts. And the important one is, I mean, it's really energy and environmental driven. It's really an eco figure that to say not the engine power is really the matter of fact. The matter of fact is really what's happening here in front when you have your brush down to the floor and what is really the power there. And there the community, IFA would talk about air watts there, and it's pretty much how much can it really pick up. The pickup is really the important figure to make it even a little bit tech around vacuum cleaner. And that is really so. For example, some of our vacuums can have 850 watts only as engine power. Let's talk about, a common one is maybe about 2000. We can have a much less powerful engine in, but because the entire system, and that's where all machines are the same, you need the power to get the air in, to get a great filtration, which ensures that it is really clean afterwards, the floor and the air, and afterwards an easy access. And this is exactly pretty much the thing, the really driven idea of saying without bags is now a better alternative.
It's too bad you don't get excited about your products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, it's like, okay, I may be one of the rare people within Dyson. If you see Dyson's headquarters, pretty much 1.5 hours driving from London, there are, of all the folks and all the colleagues, every third person working there is committed and is doing research, design, development.
So they're pretty much engineers, about every third person at Dyson.
It's like, especially in Europe, you have this image of like, okay, vacuum cleaners, what's about it? I mean, it can be exciting, especially when you think about it, that it makes life easier because it's a daily thing or even a weekly something to do.
But you guys are also doing lifestyle things, because here we've got multiple colors. I mean, we've got purples and blues and yellows and so forth, that people can pick a color. Even on these handheld devices, what's important to them, and you would think, again, it's a vacuum cleaner, who cares? Well, apparently people do care, and they want also their lifestyle to be reflected on things like these.
Yeah. Seeing maybe James sitting here, he would say, Dave, sorry, there is no lifestyle around it. We just coloring the technical inside and really highlighting it. So, of course, it is a different shape, it is a different way, and it is even, especially if you take the German market or European territories, it was a much longer way in the US, as in the US, compared to the US, to say, for example, this transparency here that you can really see, which something really is even more motivating.
Do we want to see the dirt?
Yeah, but it is really, it's really something, ladies, listening and viewing, you can really motivate, animate your husband, your friend, really to do household work. It's something to show. That's what I've done. Dave, sorry to do this again.
Oh gosh, don't do it all again. We don't have that much time. We only have 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's just the one, it shows what you're doing, and this is really important, that technology is really highlighted. This is also the color reason you ask for.
Gotcha. Well, you want to learn more about Dyson, we can do that by having you visit Dyson.com, of course, Dyson.com. We'll link you there too when you swing by IntoTomorrow.com. Andreas, thanks so much for joining us, and during the commercial break, you've got to finish cleaning up.
Yeah, great, Dave.
We're back with more from Berlin. Dave Graveline on Into Tomorrow right here on the Advanced Media Network. What a mess.